that one's got a luggage rack. Oh, yeah, thanks.
Oh, a very good afternoon to you all joining us at this stop. Oh, if you're looking for a bus tour, you've got on the wrong bus. This is the Love Bus. And I am Dr. Love. I'm trying to find a few eligible bachelors for the ladies up there. I find it very hard to find at the moment. We'll keep our quest. Don't forget about my romantic stroll package as well, and my premium stroll package, the red Speedos. The Superman badge in the front. I got them in pennies, by the way. I've actually decided to wear them to work today. They're getting a little bit tight. I shouldn't have worn them to work. I hope for a bit of business. But I run over this lady for the crack, huh? Off the road, it's a tree, for God's sake. This is the woman I want to avoid. She's taking a photograph of a tree. Yeah. Be afraid, be very afraid. Now look at the man bag on your man. With his baseball hat back to front. My God. Hope they're not getting on later on. But there's a graveyard here on the left hand side, and the founder of the crossword puzzle is buried inside that graveyard. If you're looking for him, I forget his name, he's 6 down and 3 across. Now I have another little bit of good news to share with you all. Next Tuesday I have an audition, would you believe it, for the multilingual service. You might have heard it in your travels, they're pre-recorded. So I have my little moment next Tuesday afternoon, so I'm going to give it a little bit of practice now. The next stop is stop number 12A for Tailings Whiskey Distillery. The fire exits are upstairs. Just jump off the side.
Jesus.
Tailings is the biggest load of old sauce you'll have in your lives. Tailings is closed today, by the way, guys, and sorry now, I put my name on that list. Imagine 2 hours of that, I'll be bored to death. Oh, love is in the air, everywhere I look around. That's a former deanery of St. Patrick's there on the right hand side. One of our most famous deans of St. Patrick's was Jonathan Swift. Here's 3 lads on the right hand side, ladies. Look at them, they all have beards. What do you reckon? Hanging around. Great to be hanging around on a lovely day, isn't it? Now our next stop will be stop number 13 for the Guinness Storehouse, Dublin's #1 attraction. Unfortunately, it is closed again today, guys, if you're up there. And that's it. But if you're going to visit it tomorrow, I have a little tip for you about the Guinness Storehouse, which I'm going to share with you a little bit later on. Now my tip for the tour is Kilmainham Jail, but my word guys, I was up there earlier on at stop number 15, the queue is unbelievable. I'd be very surprised if it's not sold out before we get up there. If you're planning on doing the jail tomorrow, you have to literally get out there on the first tour bus, which leaves at 9 o'clock, guys. Because it really, really is so popular this week. It's been booking out at 11 AM nearly all week. So this morning the crowds up there are unbelievable. So Kilmainham was where I would go, guys, but the chances are it'll be booked out. It's such a popular destination. Now our next stop is for the Guinness Storehouse, Dublin's #1 attraction, by the way. Just last Tuesday, I came home from work in my normal way. I went into the kitchen and I was introduced to my daughter's first boyfriend. His name is Carl. Now Carl is a lovely lad, but if I get my hands on him, I'll bury him out the back. I was just was saying to the missus, it's amazing how time goes by. You go out, you earn a living for them, you provide for them as best you can, and you come home on a Tuesday evening, and there's Carl looking at you across the kitchen table, eating your sandwiches. Now, I'm from a country background originally, and I have a thing at home called the bull pictures. Now, I don't have to draw a diagram to tell you what the bull pictures are used for. I think I'll show it to Carl the next time he's over. Soften his cough. Lovely view of St. Patrick's Cathedral, and also on the right hand side is St. Patrick's Park, where St. Patrick baptised converts to Christianity back in 451. Even from the well-capped stone that I use, which you see inside St. Patrick's Cathedral. Now also on the right is these red brick houses, known as the Ivy flats, put there by the very generous Guinness family, mainly Lord Ivy. And he gave these flats over to the families in the city slum areas. Now the Guinness family did make a lot of money over the years with their famous drink, but they're also very generous to the local residents, the local city in general, and very good to the kids as well, because they set up a B&O here for the children of the city slum areas who didn't have a lot, they didn't have a lot of money or food for that matter back then. And they set up a little B&O to give them food, to give them educational activities, to give them a chance in life, if you will. So the Guinness family were very generous over the years. They're lovely men, particularly Lord Ivy. A very big soul altogether.
Sweating an awful lot.
Now I want anybody upstairs can grab me a bag of sand on this truck ahead of me to use it at home. I'll be fancy holding my legs while I stretch out the window. You're a very unprovident bunch. Oh, what's a gravel? There's mortar sand there. We've got this. Do up the garden with that truck. Yeah. Plaster and sand. I wonder would you like a bag of my wife's yesterday's porridge? Stick it in, no one will know the difference. Now our next stop is stop number 13 for the Gibbs Storehouse. And as I move through the traffic lights, you'll see my future ex-wife on the left hand side. And after her you will see one of the last remaining bits of the old city wall. This old medieval wall you'll see on the left hand side. There it is there on the left hand side, the old city wall, guys. It's also the wall allegedly Humpty Dumpty fell off. True. Now this area was known as the Liberties, because when you move past that wall, you're free of the jurisdiction and taxes of the city. It's mainly a working class area, and it always really has been, but it was also a very poor area during the outbreak of World War I. And the young men in this particular area would volunteer for the British Army during the war, and one of the main reasons why they done that in this particular area was that the Guinness Brewery was recruiting a lot of lads returning from World War I who had served in the victorious British Army. So those lads would actually risk life and limb going off to World War I in the hope of their return to get a job in the Guinness Brewery. Such was a coveted position of having a job back in the Guinness Brewery in 1914 to 1918. I'm coming into view very shortly St. Catherine's Church, and there's a plaque behind the railings dedicated to young Robert Emmett, who was the leader of the failed 1803 rebellion. And there's a little plaque behind the railings dedicated to the spot where he was hanged and beheaded for leading that particular rebellion. The other little bit of good news I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, is that my good wife is on nights tonight. She's a nurse. She works very, very hard indeed. And that means that I get the opportunity to get the remote control and sit there with a few cans of beer. Now, to horror story. It's on Netflix. I don't know whether you know it. Season 5. It's basically Lady Gaga running around in her underpants. Don't ask me about the storyline. You want to be as high as I'm tight to follow it. But that's what I'll be watching this evening. The old Lady Gaga. How about I turn into the old Guinness storehouse here, guys? If you look at the stuff you have to use tomorrow, if you're going to visit Guinness. The main rail line is the Galway.
And just a little bit of information for you. If you're planning on doing Kilmainham and Jail tomorrow and you're planning on doing Guinness as well, I know there'll be plenty of you on board weighing up Kilmainham and Guinness. I would do Kilmainham first and get up here as early as you can. First tour bus leaves at 9 o'clock. I nearly try and be on that. You nearly have to try and be on that one, guys. I know it's early. And what I do is I do Kilmainham Jail. And then I get back on the bus at Kilmainham and I get off here at Euston Station. Now, why would I say get off at Euston Station if I want to do the Guinness, the storehouse? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a 10-minute walk back to the Guinness storehouse from this particular stop. I'll show you where to go. So tomorrow after you do the jail, come back here, get off at Euston, and head towards that black wall, coming up on the right hand side with a big Guinness sign on it. Turn right, walk up the top of the hill, you're following the tram tracks. The very top of the hill, the tram tracks go right, you turn left, and the Guinness storehouse is down there. So that's the way you can do two great attractions without going all the way around the circle again. This stop is stop number 16, it's for Euston Station. Thank you very much indeed. See you later, guys.